Minister, you're welcome to the House. Minister, I have to agree with my colleague, Senator Alice Mary Higgins and Senator Warfield. What we don't want right now is we don't want short stop, start, stop, start. What we want is some degree of certainty. And I think everybody accepts that this country and indeed the world as a whole will not be back to normal trading conditions, normal living conditions within 2021. As vaccines are rolled out around the country, we're going to see a slow progression back to normal. So it strikes me that it is a waste of parliamentary time to have put July onto this bill. If we put it out to December, and if things turned out for the good, and say in October, as Senator Higgins has said, or early December, we were able to repeal this bill, it'll be great. Everybody would be a winner. But right now, what we're doing, in my view, is we're wasting parliamentary time by bringing back bills with a very short lifespan attached to them. Everybody wants a sort of a midnight clause whereby a bill ceases that would have implications like this for landlords. But, I mean, the bottom line on it is, no disrespect to you, Minister, because you're here, you are not the person who made the decision about how this House would treat this bill. But we are a constitutional House. Our job here is to query and interrogate legislation and to try and improve it. And all too often, since COVID hit this country, legislation is coming through this House, a bill like this to be debated at all stages in an hour and a half. Other bills have come through the House, 3 hours, get it through the House. It shows absolutely zero respect for us. You know, if you take an amendment here today, it has to go back to the Dáil. So you're not going to take an amendment. You know that, I know that, and everybody in the House knows that. Yet we have a job to do here to put what we feel are worthy amendments before the House. At least they're on the record. But I do think, I said earlier on today, that I do feel the government is almost paralysed by COVID-19. And I don't blame them. It is a catastrophic situation we find ourselves in. But when you start to dispense with normal parliamentary activities, that is not good. It is not good legislation. It is not good for the people. My colleague, Senator Higgins, said later on we'd be dealing with the amendment to Section 2. And she's dead right. It is likely that the 5-kilometre limit will be lifted tomorrow, or maybe in a week from tomorrow, or over the next few days. And once that does, we've had eminent lawyers in this room, and we've had the housing people threshold, we've had the Simon community. Everybody says when you lift the 5-kilometre restriction, you also lift the protections that exist for those that are currently protected under the legislation. So I find it deeply regrettable, and I regard it as a gross waste of this constitutional House to ram legislation through week after week after week. It's simply not good enough. And I'm sorry to be throwing it at you, Minister, because you're just here doing a job. But we have a job to do too. And I really do believe that the House is worthy of greater respect. And I would ask you to bring that back to the Senior Minister and get it onto the Cabinet table, because I'm really getting very tired of this, and I believe the public are too. So thank you for your time, Minister.